Hello my beautiful high value darlings, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day today, and today we're going to talk about something different, something really interesting, which is your self-concept. Why changing your self-concept will actually transform your life. Your self-concept is the mental image and the belief system you hold about yourself. It acts like a filter shaping how you perceive the world and how the world perceive you. It determines everything, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and ultimately your life's outcome. So how did Marilyn Monroe come from being Norma Jean, a normal girl, just a regular girl, to the icon, the legend, the absolute beautiful bombshell that we know nowadays and we still remember? She's a legend. How did she change herself like that? She used what we call the self-concept. So this is how you define yourself or your image. The image of a brand, for example, is a certain image. Like for example, if you talk about Chanel, imagine the brand Chanel, you imagine class, elegance, black and white, tweed. There are certain words that comes into your mind to describe the image of this brand, the fundamental of this brand. This is the same thing about you. What are the qualities that pop in your mind? What are the things that define you? So if I'm imagining things about myself and my own self-concept, I'm thinking, okay, I'm very glamorous, feminine, elegant, dressing feminine. Like you can be even more and more precise. This is how you see yourself. And sometimes we want to transform our life, we just focus on our motivation. For example, now for the new year, we all have resolution that we want to change, we want to improve this and this, and your motivation might be there for a week, but what happens afterwards? What happens when you lost motivation? Well, what happens is you're replacing with your self-concept. When your self-concept is so strong, you can literally change your life. You don't even need to have a certain motivation because this is becoming who you are. So powerful. This is what Marilyn Monroe used. I use it without even noticing. If you want to know how to truly activate that within you, keep on watching. But first, just wanted to let you know that if you want to see more of my content, I talk about fashion, femininity, old Hollywood glamour, seduction, dating, and anything to make you become a highly feminine lady, to transform yourself into a high value woman. Feel free to join the channel, the link is down below, and also follow me on my Instagram and on TikTok. And if you want to become this high value siren, this high value woman, I have a full femme fatale siren course. To decide that you are this femme fatale, you can take the course and activate it even more and truly embody it and truly have all of the lessons that you desire, from head to toe, from fashion to embodiment to boundaries to all of the dating things and the relationship advice that you want to truly be this femme fatale woman and should be treated like a queen by men. If you want to join the course, the link is down below, and I also have a body language masterclass. Self-concept is the process of embodying the version of yourself that you want to become. Think of it as stepping into the body and the mind of your dream self. You don't just act like her, you become her. For example, even if you're unhealthy right now, you don't really have healthy habits, you change your self-concept and you decide, no, I'm a healthy girl. So this self-concept of, no, I'm a healthy girl, leads you to naturally make choices that aligns with that, because we have something called cognitive dissonance that we don't want, is when what we think in our mind doesn't align with our actions. And we want it to align. We want it to be the same. So that is why self-concept is so powerful. Because if you think something in your head, if you think, no, I'm a healthy girl, then all of your actions will be oriented towards being this healthy girl. So you will have to eat healthy. You'll be like, no, I need to eat healthy. You make actions that align with your identity. It's just way deeper than a resolution. If, for example, you've been mistreated in relationships, you change your self-concept and you become a high value woman. You become a femme fatale. And you're like, no, I am a high value woman. I don't do that. Like high value women don't do that. So I'm not doing that. I'm not accepting last minute dates. No, I'm not accepting low effort. I'm a high value woman. You know how this self-concept will change your entire actions.
Let me make it up to you. I'll take you to dinner. My treat.
It would be your treat. I'm a hot date. What's in it for me?
And then you have no problem saying no. You have no problem having boundaries either. You're no longer the girl that drinks too much, that eat unhealthy, that chase after men. Instead, you're the woman that carries herself with grace, dignity, self-respect. You're the woman that you decided in your head you are her. A lot of you always ask me, how do I become a high value? I'm not yet a high value woman. To becoming this version of yourself that you want, it is about deciding that you already are this person. You already are. You're not on the path. You already are this person. So then it shapes all of your actions. Then I'll dress well today. I'll present myself a certain way because I'm a high value woman. I will not tolerate disrespect. I will not tolerate a man to treat me anything less than a queen because I am a high value woman. Now that you understand a little bit more what is a self-concept, to embody your dream self and to truly have this activation in you of changing the self-concept and the identity you have, like you have to picture, for example, a character you admire. Let's say, for example, it's Angelina Jolie. Let's say, for example, it's Ava Gardner. Let's say it's Angelina Jolie in The Tourist, for example. She's very elegant, she's poised, she's graceful. So if you are her, you imagine yourself, okay, I am Angelina Jolie, or I am this dream woman, high value woman like her. I am her. So then I will not go out dressed like a slob. I will go out dressed like a beautiful, high value siren. I will also stay composed. I will not lash out. I'm a high value woman. I'm like Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie doesn't scream at people. Like, ask yourself, how does she carry herself? What does she wear? How does she interact with the world? You have to really picture this image of this dream woman that you want to be, this high value woman that you want to be. How does she interact with men? What are her boundaries with men? You know, this dream woman that you want to be, how does she interact with men? How does she interact with others? How is she treating herself? Is she treating herself like she is all right? Or is she treating herself like royalty? Like she's putting on a bath, she's taking care of herself, she's putting herself first. If she has some things to do and she's not available, she will say, I'm not available. And you need to start living as that woman today. You need to start living as her now. Sure, it might feel strange at first. And this is the perfect video for the new year, by the way, because this is like new year, new me energy. It's like wearing a pair of shoes. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's part of the process. Right now, if you're stuck in those bad habits, not having the best nutrition, not having the best exercise, the healthy habits are not really there, not dressing your best, not looking your best, chasing validation, neglecting your appearance, you need to release your old self-concept, because we all have a self-concept. A lot of you sometimes in coaching, I see it, you have a self-concept about yourself when you don't have much boundaries and things like that. You have a self-concept about yourself that is really like, oh, I'm ugly, or I'm not good enough, or I'm this and that. That's your old self-concept. That's the self-concept that is actually preventing you from leveling up. Because if you have this self-concept, no matter how many meditation, affirmation, work on yourself you can do, you will not change anything. You have to first decide to change your self-concept before you can truly level up. You have to first decide in your identity, in your core, no, I am this high value woman, I am this amazing woman. Like, I did a video about how men see you is how men treat you. I will link it below. And in this video, I talk about many different categories. And you have, for example, the pick me, the easy girl. If you see yourself as an easy girl, this is your self-concept. So you have to change it. You have to decide, okay, now I'm not like that anymore. I'm this new version of me that won't allow anyone approach me. And it doesn't matter what your self-concept was before. Don't think that because you were doing mistakes before, you're not allowed to evolve. That's not true. Your self-concept determines your action. So that means that if you decide I'm this healthy girl, you will treat your body like a temple, you will nourish it. Rewriting your narrative. So for example, let's take an example of a relationship. Many women, they worry about things like this, and I see that constantly online. Oh, but what if he cheats? What if he leaves? What if this and that? If you want to embody this high value femme fatale, confident woman, why do you already program the fears in your mind? Why do you already have this self-concept of people are gonna leave? You already program things in your mind. Instead, decide to change your self-concept and decide to be the high-value woman that don't need to worry. She doesn't need to worry because she is incredible. So why would she worry if a man is leaving? And if he does, I'm gonna be fine. She trusts herself. It's like you have to build trust to yourself. She trusts herself to deal with any situation. Be this type of woman. You're like, no, I'm a high-value woman and I don't need to worry about him cheating or leaving because I can handle any situation. You're thinking, if someone disrespects me, I will leave without fear. I'm that woman, that high-value woman that leaves without any fear. Decide, I'm not afraid to leave. That's it. Because I know my worth. You decide that you know your worth. You decide to change your whole entire self-concept. If your current self-concept says, I can't lose weight, or all men cheat, or providers don't exist, you already have those limiting beliefs and this self-concept in your mind of like, I'm not that type of woman that can attract a high-value man. Then you're already setting yourself up for failure. If you decide that your identity is the one of a high-value goddess instead, all of your actions will be oriented towards that. Everything will align with your identity that you created and that you decided. Even when challenges arises, you will pivot. You will know it's okay. You will be okay no matter what, right? You're like, why would he leave anyway? I'm fabulous. And if he does, that's too bad for him. That's always what I'm saying. That's too bad for him. You trust yourself to be able to be like, I will be fine. No matter the situation, I will be fine because I am amazing. I'll find someone else. I have my family. I will be fine no matter what. You need to be living as your dream self. That's not who I want to be. That's not who I will become. That's not in the future. That's now. I decide that I am high value now. Therefore, all of my actions are oriented towards being high value. This is why in a lot of motivation people, a lot of motivation for, becoming very successful, they say to say affirmations in the present tense. They always say, I am a millionaire. They explain that to say that, it have an impact on how you will behave because your actions will be towards being this person. When it's your self-concept and when this is who you are, this is how I am feminine. I love it. I love to look feminine. I love to take care of myself. And my friends are also like this, like, yeah, we love it. It's like, it's a joy. So therefore, it's not a chore to take care of yourself and to look feminine every single day because it's fun. It's like, ooh, which outfit would I wear today? What kind of jewelry will I put on today? This is not me forcing to be a character, me forcing myself to be like this femme fatale or this princess or this feminine woman. This is not me pretending to be feminine. This is me being who I am deep down. Therefore, I am uncomfortable in outfits that are not feminine. And it's your self-concept. When it's your self-concept is so strong, you become guilty for not working out. You feel bad if you don't do what you are used to do. If you decide to be a high-value woman in your head, and if you decide I'm always be treated like a queen, then if you encounter a man that is not treating you like a queen, then you'll be like, oh no, that feels icky. That doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. I don't like it, right? So then you won't tolerate it because it won't feel good to you, because this is not who you are. And this is not about becoming somebody else. This is about uncovering the version of yourself that already exists within you. Your dream self is waiting for you to embrace her. How do you change your self-concept? So you need to identify your limiting belief. Your limiting belief really prevents you from leveling up and becoming the best version of yourself. This is your old self-concept, all the limiting beliefs that you have in your mind. What I would advise is to write down all those limiting beliefs and see how ridiculous they are. For example, you can write like, oh, I'm not smart enough to succeed. This is not true. You need to change it into, I am really smart and I'm already succeeding. And challenge this belief also. Find proof in your life that prove the opposite of what you're thinking, of those limiting beliefs. Visualize your ideal self also. Visualize her, as I said, identify how she is, how she interacts with the world, how she dresses, how she eats, how she takes care of herself, and also use affirmations, positive affirmations towards yourself to change this self-concept. So challenge all of your limiting beliefs into changing it into this new version of you, and then you create this version of yourself. You decide, okay, I'm this new version, I'm this high value woman. She's like this and this and this. She dressed like this, she talks like this, she is like this, and then I'm becoming her. And shift your self-talk of how you talk about yourself, of this new version of you. This new version of you would not talk about herself in such a bad way. If you're this high value woman, a high value woman doesn't talk about herself in a bad way. So why are you doing that? If you want people to respect you, why aren't you respecting yourself first? If you want people to love you, why don't you love yourself first? And this is not just about saying that you love yourself, this is also showing it through actions, through boundaries, through not letting a man treat you badly. If a man is with you for many years and he hasn't put a ring on your finger, what are you doing with him? A high value woman would not tolerate that. A high value woman would not tolerate a man that cheats on her. You will attract healthier relationships because this is only what you attract. Healthy relationships and feeling happier and more fulfilled and transform your life for the better. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful darlings. I hope you liked it and I hope it was really helpful for you. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this concept, the self-concept. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and also follow me on my Instagram and on TikTok. And until next time, I'm giving you a lot of beautiful kisses, my darlings. Stay fabulous, darlings. Mwah.